Okay, so a lot of times people ask me, why the heck would I ever hire Compass to sell my home? And for me, I've been there for over a year now, and I've found out that there are 5 reasons why someone definitely should choose Compass to sell their home, and including myself. The first reason is, I'm sure a lot of you guys go on TV, you watch these shows, HGTV or other ones, where you see these people buying a fixer-upper. They buy a home that needs a lot of work, $5,000, $10,000, $100,000, whatever the dollar amount is. After doing that, they'll stage it, and then within a few weeks, they'll sell it and they'll make a ton of money. The thing is, Compass doesn't think that's fair. If the seller owns the home, they feel like the seller should make the money. The problem is, most sellers don't have the money liquid. So what Compass does is they have something called Compass Concierge. We have these professionals, these professional people, just like you see in HGTV, that know exactly what to do. Compass will pay for the money for all those upgrades and renovations up front, 0% interest, and at closing, the seller will settle up with Compass. So they'll make a lot more money. So that's the first reason. You've gone to a movie, you're sitting through the previews. Like, oh man, when is there gonna be a good preview? You finally get to that preview and you're in your seat, you're just paying attention, focused, and you're watching it, and you're waiting for it to end so you could sneak in your phone and write down exactly the name of that movie. Right when you're about to write it down. In the summer you're seeing it, it says, playing in Christmas. And you're like, oh man, I gotta wait a few months for this to happen. The movie industry does that on purpose. They do that to create excitement. Problem is, in real estate, we don't do this. We do something called coming soons in the markets that it's allowed, and we have the house come on the market. Before it comes on the market, on compass.com, we'll create some excitement and then we'll release it. We'll have a nice release and we'll get way more traffic, and it definitely helps the sellers, and pretty much all sellers agree to do this because they know it's going to benefit them and they've seen the results. Third reason is marketing. A lot of times people, when they do an ad for real estate, they'll do a 3-2 with a pool and a decent sized yard. And that's not what gets people excited. When they buy a house, it's the emotions involved. We've hired the best of the best marketing people in the country. People from Apple, from Condé Nast, from Tiffany. And Compass only hires the best. The last time I read a story about Compass, they hire 1 in 1,000 people. So these people have to be the best of the best of the best. Compass makes sure that even if you are that talented, you have to collaborate and not have an ego. So we have these people, the best marketers in the world, that have no ego, that we can go to, that can do things for us, for our sellers, our buyers. They know that so many people's lives are affected by each sale, and by doing that, they want to collaborate with us and send the best message to get people excited about that. So number 4 is what most companies do, and I've worked for 2 companies. They would always tell sellers how many countries they were in. And they would say, we're in 40 or 50 or 60 or 70, we have a global network and all of these things. It sounds great, but in my 14 years, I got 0 leads. They don't use analytics to find out where the buyers are. The average broker has 0 or 1 engineers on staff full-time. Compass, by the end of this year, will have 400. These are the best of the best. They're from Google, Microsoft, Apple. So we get these top engineers, we look at the analytics, and we find out the best motivated buyers that have a chance of buying your home. With Compass, with our deep dive into big data, having these 400 engineers, we're able to really isolate who the buyer is, and we can sell that steak to meat eaters. The next thing that would probably happen is you would get an offer. Problem is, most realtors aren't very good at negotiating. So the problem with relying on negotiation skills of most agents is they negotiate the same way for everyone. You're relying on that person's negotiation skills. Our team, Will, Jade, myself, and the others on the team, when we negotiate, we use artificial intelligence. So if you have someone that's very visual, they're not going to speak that person's language, and it's going to be a communication breakdown. So if I speak to that agent the same way every time, and not take into consideration their personality, the way they think, it could be a fail. So we use artificial intelligence to help get homes sold for more money, or we help buyers save money on that. So again, those are the top 5 reasons. And if you need help with more about this, please contact us.